Welcome everyone, Kelly here from KB Auto Tech and Adventure. Today I'm seeing my friends over at Big Tent Outdoors. I got a big trip coming up and we're gonna load up and we're gonna get a couple of pieces of new gear for the setup here. So anyways, let's get inside and let's check this out. Alright, so here we go. We are in the shop and this is what we are picking up today. We got the rigged Ultraswing and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get this installed in the truck here today. And yeah, can't wait. Just super excited about this piece. I've been checking them out online quite a bit. And here we go. Let's get this on the truck. Alright, so first thing we're going to do here, I already have a Tacoma bike rack on here. We're going to be running both of these at the same time. So let's just quickly go ahead and pop this off before we get going.
So right now we're just loosening it up. Make sure this is sitting below this, and we're gonna grease her up.
So basically this is part of the tensioning device that makes this nice and stable. So there's a bolt basically all the way through in there, and it applies load to this thing, and that's what locks it into place there, and that's what makes this rigged Ultraswing really stable off-road. It's fancy there. We got the fancy air grease gun. I don't even have one of those at my shop.
Exactly.
And, we'll tighten that thing up when we get it in there.
So we gotta put it on an angle and it just slides in, just like that. Right now we can do. You got two holes. You can adjust, but I prefer to go to the second
one.
There you go. Just a little bit back, because it's going to tend to pull it in. And we're going to torque it to 100 foot-pounds. So right now, yeah, as you can tell, let's take out the hitch pin. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah, the thing is solid.
So hitch pin is just extra security, basically.
Yeah, and that's basically you know, what this design is, you know, known for is how sturdy they are. So it's pretty impressive, really impressive. I think it's a really great unit. Can't wait to test this out.
Open it. First, you gotta hook it, and then take the pin out. Once the pin's out, basically,
then the swing is there.
yeah. And now just so we don't lose it. Again, pulsing, reverse. First the pin. Make sure the pin goes in first, or else you're not going to be able to put it in. Now, right now you don't have your spare, right? But this is designed to be adjustable so that we can fit even different types of wheels.
So this is the guy obviously that we're going to be mounting the spare on. And yeah, we got obviously a package of hardware and everything that we need to install this. I'm in the middle of my setup right now, so I may or may not be changing my wheel combo very shortly, so I don't have a spare yet. So I have a tire, but I do not have a wheel, so I'm gonna have to quickly find myself a wheel, and we'll get something mounted up under there hopefully in the next day or so. All right, so we're gonna take a quick walk out here. We're gonna check out Aaron's rig here. This thing's pretty sweet. Obviously you might have seen it on Instagram. I'm gonna go ahead and tag it. Oh, actually here, better off, let's just show it right here. And like I was saying, obviously from Big Tent Outdoors. And definitely check out the site, check out his Instagram. We're gonna take a look at his swing out. Got the black Rhino on there. So it's the same thing. His is the Forerunner specific, but we're just trying to look at his mounting plate to see. And it looks like it is on the top one, no?
The thing I might have said, yeah, I set it, yes, I did set it at the highest setting.
Perfect, so
it works out.
His is on the high setting already. And as you can see with this, you can get some accessories. He's got the front runner table on there. You want to just drop that down for me? So, I mean, how sick is that, right? And it's got the slide out. So, stove, we got some prep surface. And yeah, this is a dialed setup right here.
We're changing this to an all-weather cutting board pretty soon, which is in 2 days actually.
Yeah, oh really? Yeah, it's still pretty good, right?
But it is good. It works really good.
Right on.
It off. Set the wheel spacing plug on the ground. Feel. Yeah, first is the pin.
Put that pin in there.
And
make sure that's hooked.
Or you kick it.
What's that?
So right now it's brand new.
Yeah.
It's yeah, very strong design. Some people just use their
push this.
yeah. But I love the handle, and it's not going anywhere.
There you go.
No
Definitely not
independent.
moving.
Yeah, no independent movements. Nothing like that.
All right, so we're gonna head indoors and we are gonna check out a couple of things here. Super excited. We're gonna finally get set up with a Jackery setup. So let's go check out what they got going on inside here. Here's their display. So we are going to get a Jackery Explorer 1000 and solar. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's pick that up. All right, so it's later in the evening. We're back at my shop. It's been a crazy day. We're in the middle of the heat wave. Oh, it's so hot. I'm dying. I'm sweating it out all day. Anyways, been working on the truck here a little bit, and we're gonna finish up the swing. I need to pull my spare off, and I'm gonna fit it onto the swing out. That way I can get the pattern for the bolts correctly, because like I was saying earlier, I don't have a full-size spare yet, but I at least want to get that dialed in so when we have it, we can just put it directly on there. And I also need to swap my plate over, get that mounted in the right position. So anyways, let's finish this off. Oh, that looks ugly without a plate on there. We'll have to put something on there. So up here in British Columbia, in Canada here, we have this thing for BC parks, and they have a couple of different plates that you can pay extra to get. I picked the bear on this one, and the money goes to support BC parks. Sorry about the traffic there. I got the doors wide open. Normally I film with all my doors closed. Okay, so this plate frame I have behind here is in the way, so maybe we'll drop it off there. Let's try it just direct without the plate frame. All right, there we have it. Okay, so if you've never actually lowered the spare tire, you know, depending if you're lifted or not lifted, whatever, I mean, your spare might not even fit, but if you've never taken your spare out, here's a couple of tips for you. So, I mean, here's all the tools that you're going to need to get it out. This, if you don't know, the hole is just right in here. And anyways, I mean, if you've never done this, you don't realize it's actually kind of tricky. You know, I know what I'm doing, and it's still kind of tricky. I can only imagine if you didn't really know what you were doing. If you were dark on the side of the highway, I mean, it's tricky. You're gonna need some sort of flashlight. I'll point it out looking down in the hole. Also, rust belt guys, these things seize all the time. We replace them, people go to undo them, and they're stuck and they're useless. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe every couple of years, lower it down, lubricate the chain maybe. Let's take a quick look here. Oh geez, here we go. Yes, okay, so put the two ends together, and one of these is gonna go down into the hole. And this is the hard part because yeah, I can't see it. I'm gonna have to get a flashlight. Okay, so I believe we gotta put the hooked end down in there. If I read the instructions, it would probably tell me that. And then we take the tire iron tool and spin this thing down, and we will lower that down to the ground. Okay, so I got my spare tire out, and I pulled out the mechanism here, it was kind of a pain. These bolts are up against the box, so you only have like a tiny little bit of room to work with to get those out. 12 millimeter. That's where the tool goes in to lower this thing down, and it spins and pulls the chain. So anyways, we got rid of that, and we got that spare. I said that already. And we got this guy here. So you can see these slots are adjustable both ways. So we'll take that off, we'll place it in the wheel. We know it's the right wheel spacing, and then we'll remount this on here, because obviously it's going to be hard to one person to like try to hold the wheel and move these around. So let's quickly pull this back off, and we'll get that set up there real quick. Some 3/4 bolts here. Now this is a pretty great design. So they've designed it so the nuts are holding itself here, and obviously the bolt is back there. So it's a 3/4 as well. We can just loosen that bolt, and then once it's loose, this will slide up and down. So what we'll do, I guess, is we'll loosen all of these off, so they're just hanging in there. Sorry, trying to hold this with one hand here. There we go. And then we'll take this over to the wheel. This is the top there. And we will just set this in here, and let's go to the bottom. See if I can put the camera there at the same time. We'll just finger tighten those down here and make sure it goes in and out easily. You can assume we don't want a lot of rubbing or anything like that, so we don't wreck up the threads. And then we'll just tighten these down. There we have it. So unfortunately I don't have a spec for you. Maybe you can get that from the rig supply. It might even be in the instructions. You know, I've been a technician for 25 years, so I kind of get a feel for what's tight and what should be good enough, so I'm going to just do it by my own feel. You're probably going to want to look that up just to be sure. Now, as you can see, we have all these holes. I'm going to be running a 33, soon to be possibly 34, so I'm going to be switching out my tires. We're going to run this on the top setting. When we checked Aaron's earlier in the video, that's what he was running, and that looked pretty good. So we will just go ahead and put these on, and we're going to want these to be tight. I don't have a spec. Probably pretty close to what a wheel would be, somewhere between, I don't know, 50 to 80 pounds. I'm not sure. I'll just use my little impact just to snug them down, and then we will get a bigger wrench and tighten these down. All right, so for demonstration purposes, let's put on my spare. So we'll close this guy up. Pin goes in first. Grab this thing, give it a good close, and I mean, just look how firm that is. I hope the GoPro quite doesn't show the depth as well. This thing is just totally just completely firm. It doesn't move. I mean, this is super impressive. Oh, my dirty, ugly spare. But anyways, for fitment, let's have a quick peek. So obviously my 33 will be slightly larger. I think this is about a 31, maybe 30 inch. I'm not really sure exactly, but it's pretty tight. We have a decent amount of room, not excessive. I mean, we could, I don't know if we even have any more room on this. I think we're on the last one already. So that's about as close as you can get from the back. I mean, it looks pretty good. Obviously, we're gonna wait till we get a matching wheel and tire on there. It'll look so much better. But yeah, right on. License plate, you can see. Big tent. They just got the lights in today. As I was leaving, they were just getting a shipment off the trailer. So we'll probably head back and we'll get that light on there as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and wrap up this video. Basically, that is the quick install of it. You know, a walk around, sort of, you know, the ins and outs of the rig supply Ultraswing. Super happy, super stoked. I can't wait to get the proper wheel and tire on there. It'll look really cool. I got a road trip coming up this weekend. Probably going to be filming quite a bit of content. I'm going out for 8 or 9 days across British Columbia. So, you know, that being said, consider giving me a thumbs up on the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to what we got coming up. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.